I promise you, I have never done this test before. I'll not be doing any retakes. Whatever goes on naturally, I'll keep it real. I'll let Siri choose one number between 1 to 37 and then we'll do that particular mock test. Siri, select a number between 1 and 37.
A random number between 1 and 37 is 17.
Alright, let's do mock test number 17. I've shared my screen, I've got my pen and notepad ready. E-commerce allows consumers to purchase goods and it's completely fine to be a bit nervous. I feel that all the time whenever. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do something special. I am going to take a live speaking mock test. I have scored 90 on 90 in the speaking module 14 times, and today I'm going to show you how I attempt my speaking part whenever I go for the test. I promise you, I have never done this test before. I'll not be doing any retakes. Whatever goes on naturally, I'll keep it real because I really want to give out this message that you do not have to be perfect in order to get a perfect score. What I'll do is I'll share my screen. I'll be taking the mock test on languageacademy.com.au where you can practice and take the mock test as well. And then at the end, we'll have a look at the scores, the feedback, and each and everything which AI will provide us so that we know where we have lost points and what are the things we need to do. Now, what I've got here, I've got 37 mock tests which are pending, which I have not attempted. Around 37 mock tests for speaking module. I'll let Siri choose one number between 1 to 37 and then we'll do that particular mock test. Siri, select a number between 1 and 37.
A random number between 1 and 37 is 17.
Alright, let's do mock test number 17. I've shared my screen, I've got my pen and notepad ready to take notes. I'll try and give my best and let's see how we go. It's completely fine to be a bit nervous. I feel that all the time whenever I go for the test. So number 17 is this one here. So what I've got 37 mock tests altogether which are pending. So we'll do number 17.
Sydney is Australia's largest city, chief port and cultural center.
I'm not wearing a wired headset because I have to record this video. So there will be an issue if I have multiple headsets attached, but my microphone is working fine, so it should not be an issue. Always make sure you place your microphone parallel to your mouth, record, and check your voice properly. This is an opportunity to check that your microphone is working correctly.
This is an opportunity to check that your microphone is working correctly.
Looks okay, let's go. The first one is read aloud. I'll be doing it normal. I'll not be doing one-line strategy. Easy, calm, and convenient. Be very careful. In the practice time, read it as you'll read it while your recording is going on. Music influences emotions, memory, and social bonding. It is used in therapy to reduce stress and enhance mental well-being. Across cultures, music plays ceremonial, entertainment, and communicative roles. Advances in neuroscience are exploring how music affects. Music influences emotions, memory, and social bonding. It is used in therapy to reduce stress and enhance mental well-being. Across cultures, music plays ceremonial, entertainment, and communicative roles. Advances in neuroscience are exploring how music affects brain function and emotional regulation. That's it. Easy, calm, and convenient. You don't have to rush, you don't have to stress. E-commerce allows consumers to purchase goods and services online, offering convenience and global access. It has reshaped retail, logistics, and payment systems. Businesses use data analytics to personalize experiences. However, issues like cybersecurity and consumer trust remain critical in the digital market space. E-commerce allows consumers to purchase goods and services online, offering convenience and global access. It has reshaped retail, logistics, and payment systems. Businesses use data analytics to personalize experiences. However, issues like cybersecurity and consumer trust remain critical in the digital marketplace. Wind turbines convert kinetic energy from wind into electricity. It is a clean, renewable source that reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Wind farms are built onshore and offshore. While efficient, wind energy depends on location and weather, requiring integration with other power systems. Wind turbines convert kinetic energy from wind into electricity. It is a clean, renewable source that reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Wind farms are built onshore and offshore. While efficient, wind energy depends on location and weather, requiring integration with other power systems. Sleep is essential for physical and mental recovery. Adults typically need 7 to 9 hours per night. Poor sleep affects mood, memory, and immunity. Establishing a bedtime routine and limiting screen time improves sleep quality. Sleep disorders like insomnia require medical attention. It's easy, pretty easy. I'm okay. Sleep is essential for physical and mental recovery. Adults typically need 7 to 9 hours per night. Poor sleep affects mood, memory, and immunity. Establishing a bedtime routine and limiting screen time improves sleep quality. Sleep disorders like insomnia require medical attention. The circulatory system transports oxygen, nutrients, and waste through blood. The heart pumps blood through arteries and veins. Red blood cells carry oxygen while white blood cells fight infection. This system is this system is vital for homeostasis and interacts with every organ in the body. I'm finding this word difficult, but it's okay. I'll just speak it and move on. I need to make sure I don't stop here. The circulatory system transports oxygen, nutrients, and waste through blood. The heart pumps blood through arteries and veins. Red blood cells carry oxygen while white blood cells fight infection. This system is vital for homeostasis and interacts with every organ in the body. I think this is probably the second last or last read aloud. Early writing systems like oh, cuneiform, I'll just say cuneiform if I'm not really sure, right? Pretty difficult one. You can use one line strategy if you wish to. And hieroglyphs, recorded laws, trades, and stories. These scripts are developed in Mesopotamia and Egypt. Easy, calm. Don't stress. Don't stress. Early writing systems like cuneiform and hieroglyphs recorded laws, trade, and stories. These scripts developed in Mesopotamia and Egypt and evolved in modern alphabets. Archaeologists study ancient texts to understand civilization's development, language evolution, and cultural traditions over thousands of years. I know messed up, but it's okay. Move on.
The speaker will begin after the brief introduction.
The speaker will begin after a short introduction and brief.
The research examines economic inequality across regions.
The research examines economic inequality across regions.
Students must complete the prerequisite course before enrolling.
Students must complete the prerequisite course before enrolling.
deadline was extended due to technical issues.
The deadline was extended due to technical issues.
The professor explained the concept with visual diagrams.
The professor explained the diagram with visual diagrams and concepts.
Please summarize the main ideas in your own words.
Please summarize the main ideas in your own words.
The university promotes innovation and academic excellence.
The university promotes innovation and academic excellence.
Attendance is taken at the beginning of each lecture.
Attendance is taken at the beginning of each lecture.
The course offers a mix of theory and practice.
The course offers a mix of theory and practice.
The lecture covered the evolution of human societies.
The lecture covers the evolution of human societies.
Refer to the rubric when preparing your presentation.
Refer to the rubric when preparing your presentation.
The study was based on interviews with participants.
The study was based on interviews with participants. I've got an image here. The image provides information about the process of becoming a medical doctor. If you want to become a medical doctor, the very first step is completing a bachelor's degree. Why I'm feeling sleepy. Easy. Describe image easy. Just explain whatever you're comfortable with. The diagram explains the process of becoming a medical doctor and several steps which are included. The very first step is if you want to become a doctor, you'll need to complete a bachelor's degree which will take 4 years. For this, you'll have to go to a medical school and complete an internship program at a hospital for 3 to 7 years. Want to specialize? If you want to specialize, you can complete a fellowship program which will take another 1 to 3 years. Overall, the image is about how to pass and how to become a medical doctor by receiving a medical license. The image provides a comparison between two images on how electricity is produced. In the top image, which is image number A, electricity is produced using turbine and column. As wave pushes the water through, the air travels and moves the combine through the columns, which is used and helps to produce the electricity. Whereas in B image, we can see when the chamber is upwards, the turbine moves a lot and the air is pushed outwards, which results in the producing of electricity. Both of the images have cliff and seawall attached to the producing of the electricity, with several items included such as turbine, column, and wave. The image gives I was not able to finish the previous image. The image provides information about molten plastic and the different types. The red mold, blue mold, and yellow mold. Quality control, machine check for strength and reject. The image provides information about how molten plastic can be divided into several categories and the further process. The three different categories it can be divided into are red mold, blue mold, and yellow mold. With each of the category, the quality control is done and machine is used to check the strength. The soft one is ejected and the further they are sorted by hands. Mixed colors and single colors, they then go for check color mixtures and singles, and after that they are packed and dispatched to the customers, which is the final step. The image provides information about migration to Australia in the year 2014 and 2015. There are different categories which include skill migration and family migration. On the right hand side, we can see the skilled workers, and skilled workers are increasing continuously. Easy. The image provides information about the information on migration to Australia for the year 2014 to year 2015. There are several categories and the number of places which are available for the migration program is 190,000. The purpose is to build economy, shape the society and reunite families which are across borders. On the right hand side, flexibility is provided. People can choose different programs such as the family program and the skill program. 68% people account for the skill program and the family is only 32%. Overall, the image is about migration to Australia under different migration pathways. That's it. The image provides information, or the bar graph provides information about distribution of time over an average weekday for school children. There are different countries which are UK, Japan, and Germany, and different categories which are sleeping, studying, and relaxing. For UK, sleeping is 8 hours a day. The bar graph provides information about distribution of time over an average weekday for school children. There are different countries which are UK, Japan, and Germany, and different categories which include sleeping, studying, and relaxing. On the y-axis, hours per day are represented. For UK, sleeping hours are 8, whereas for Japan, sleeping hours are 7. Moreover, for studying, Japan is the highest, which are 13 hours, whereas UK is the lowest, which is 8.5 hours. Finally, relaxing is the lowest for Japan and highest for UK. Overall, the image is about time spent by school children in different activities. That's it, easy. Oh, this is one of the images I've been seeing since 7 years. The image provides information about gorilla distribution in the African continent. The yellow color represents western lowland gorillas, whereas the blue color, or what color is it? Blue. The image provides information about the map of Africa and how gorilla is distributed across the African continent. There are different categories which include western lowland gorilla, mountain gorillas, and eastern lowland gorillas. Western lowland gorilla is represented by yellow color and is somewhere around the western part of Africa, whereas mountain gorilla is second lowest and is somewhere towards the middle of Africa. Eastern lowland gorilla, which is represented by purple color, is just next to the mountain gorilla, somewhere towards the south and mid of Africa. Overall, the image is about African continent and how gorillas are distributed. Oh, we have got a lecture now.
Genetics is the study of heredity and the variation of inherited traits. It explains how traits like eye color, height, or certain diseases are passed from parents to offspring. The basic units of heredity are genes, which are made of DNA and located on chromosomes. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and each gene contains instructions for building proteins that influence traits and biological functions. Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, discovered patterns of inheritance through his experiments with pea plants. Modern genetics includes fields like molecular genetics, population genetics, and genomics. Mutations, changes in DNA, can lead to genetic disorders or contribute to evolution. Genetic testing helps diagnose diseases and predict risks, while genetic engineering allows scientists to modify DNA for research or medical purposes. Ethics in genetics is an important issue, especially in gene editing and cloning. Understanding genetics is essential in medicine, agriculture, and forensic science.
The lecture was about the genetic study of heredity. It included different traits and the study of how traits are passed from parents to the children, such as eye color, hair, and different colors of the body. Furthermore, it was mentioned that a human body contains 23 chromosomes, which contain information in the form of genes. Moreover, mutations and changes in DNA lead to evolution in humans. Finally, it was said that genetics are important and it is important to understand genetics and ethically important for study in forensic science and medical science. Overall, the lecture was informative.
Music has a powerful impact on the human brain, influencing emotion, memory, and even physical coordination. Listening to music activates multiple brain areas, including those responsible for processing sound, emotions, and movement. Music can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance learning. Studies show that playing an instrument strengthens connections between brain hemispheres and improves cognitive skills. Music therapy is used to treat conditions such as anxiety, depression, and Alzheimer's disease. The rhythm in music can also affect heartbeat, breathing, and motor skills, making it helpful in physical rehabilitation. Music helps in language development, especially in young children, and is often used in educational settings. Different genres and tempos can trigger various emotional and psychological responses. Musical training from an early age has been linked to improved memory and attention. Music is not only an art form, but also a scientific tool for studying brain function and improving mental health.
Easy, calm, and relaxed, okay? The lecture was about music, about how it has a powerful impact on human brain. Firstly, it was mentioned that it activates different parts of the brain and also helps in reducing stress, depression, and anxiety. Moreover, music therapy is useful and is used to cure a lot of diseases in humans. However, it not only helps in enjoyment and entertainment, but also helps in language development and is widely used in educational settings. Finally, it was said that it helps to improve the mental health a lot and it is an important part for human brain. Overall, the lecture was about music in humans. That's it.
What is the term for a word with the opposite meaning?
Synonyms, acronyms.
What do we call a person who draws cartoons?
Artist, painter, artist.
What device helps people hear better?
Hearing aids, headphones, AirPods, hearing aids, hear better.
What is the name for a list of books in a library?
List of books in library. I know that. List of books in library.
What kind of books are based on real events?
Biographies, documentaries, biographies, real events, books.
What do you call the process of voting for leaders?
Election, voting, leaders, elections. Summarize group discussion.
Moving to a new city for university can be exciting, but it can also feel overwhelming at first. How did each of you adjust to the change?
One of the first things I did was explore my neighborhood. I took long walks around the area to figure out where the nearest grocery store, pharmacy, park, and cafes were. It might sound simple, but just knowing where things were gave me a sense of control. It also helped me feel more comfortable and connected to my surroundings, like I was starting to build a life there instead of just visiting.
I focused more on getting involved on campus. I joined a few clubs and student societies during the first couple of weeks, which was a game changer for me. It gave me something to do outside of academics, and more importantly, it helped me meet people. I didn't know anyone in the city when I arrived, so building a social circle really helped me settle in and feel less isolated.
Honestly, I struggled at first, especially with public transportation. Coming from a small town, I wasn't used to such a big city. I got lost several times trying to get to class or find a supermarket. It made me feel anxious and unsure of myself during the first few weeks.
That sounds challenging. What helped you overcome that?
I ended up downloading a local transit app, which really helped. I started planning my routes the night before, looking up the stops, and even checking Google Street View so I'd recognize where to get off. That made a big difference. I still made mistakes now and then, but I slowly got more confident.
For me, the biggest issue was homesickness. I really missed my family and my friends from back home. Everything felt so unfamiliar. What helped was scheduling regular weekly video calls with them. Just knowing I'd see and talk to them every Saturday gave me something to look forward to and helped me stay emotionally connected.
One thing that really helped me was creating a new daily routine. I made a simple schedule for meals, study time, and exercise. Having that structure made each day feel more predictable and manageable, especially when everything else around me was new and different.
Those are great suggestions. It sounds like adjusting to a new city involves both practical strategies, like getting familiar with your surroundings, and using apps, and emotional ones, like staying connected to your support system and building a routine. Would you say it gets easier over time?
Definitely. Once you settle in and start forming habits, it begins to feel like home.
It's okay, let's do it. The discussion here was about how moving to a new city for university can be exciting and be overwhelming at the same time. The first speaker mentioned that the first thing she did when she was planning to move to this area was she went around the area to see where the market and cafes were. This made her feel more confident and comfortable, and she felt like she was in control of the situation. To this, the second speaker responded. What he did was he joined a lot of student clubs and societies. It helped him to meet a lot of new people and overcome homesickness. That is the first thing he did because he never wanted to feel isolated in this new city. To this, the third speaker mentioned the thing which she struggled the most with was public transport. She comes from a small town and lost her way several times while going to the class. To overcome this, she downloaded a lot of local transit apps and also used Google Street View to find the locations easily. Now she is more confident. After this, one of the speakers mentioned that homesickness was a big challenge for him, but regular video calls helped him stay connected with the families and he was feeling better after that. The last speaker mentioned that she managed her day better by planning the day in advance, which is a great suggestion for new students as well. This helps to take the control of the situation and feel more confident. Overall, the discussion was concluded that it gets easy over time once you move to a new city for university. You have to use practical strategies and use several local apps. That's it. Let's go. Last group discussion.
Let's talk about how students can live more sustainably while they're on campus. What are some small but meaningful changes you've made in your daily life?
One of the easiest habits I picked up was carrying a reusable water bottle and coffee cup. It might not seem like much, but when you're spending long hours on campus every day, it really cuts down on single-use plastic. I used to buy bottled water or takeaway coffee regularly, and now I barely use any disposables.
I've made a bigger change by giving up driving altogether. Instead, I rely on public transportation and bike sharing apps. It was a little inconvenient at first, but now I'm used to it, and honestly, I don't miss the stress of traffic or parking. It's much cheaper too, so it benefits both the planet and my wallet.
I've started being more mindful about my clothes. I used to buy new stuff all the time, especially when there were sales. Now, I mostly shop secondhand. Thrift stores and online resale apps have great options, and I try to donate or repurpose my old clothes instead of throwing them away. It's made me more conscious of the environmental cost of fast fashion.
Those are all great ideas. How about when it comes to reducing food waste?
For me, the biggest improvement came from meal planning. I plan out my meals for the week and shop accordingly. I also cook in batches and freeze leftovers, which means I am not scrambling to use up ingredients before they spoil. It saves time and reduces waste.
In our dorm, we've set up a compost bin for food scraps. At first, only a few of us were using it, but now more students are getting involved. It's a simple way to make use of food waste and reduce how much we send to landfills. We also post reminders and tips in the common area to raise awareness.
I've also made a point to avoid fast fashion and things like cling wrap, plastic cutlery, or takeaway containers. Instead, I use beeswax wraps or reusable containers. These small switches might not seem like much, but they've helped me feel like I'm making a difference day by day.
Do you think the university should play a bigger role in encouraging sustainable habits?
Definitely.
Having more visible recycling stations around campus would be a start. Sometimes it's hard to know where or how to recycle correctly.
I think offering sustainability workshops or info booths could help. A lot of students want to be more eco-conscious, but don't know where to begin.
And the university could lead by example. Things like switching to renewable energy, reducing paper use, or running green campaigns would really influence student behavior.
It sounds like students are willing to take initiative, but more support and visibility from the university could really push those efforts further.
The discussion here was about how students can live their life and time at university in a more sustainable way. The first speaker said that first change she has made is that she now always carries a reusable bottle and coffee cup. This cuts down on single use plastic. Even though this looks like a small change, but it is a big impact on the environment. The second speaker added that he has given up on driving. He now uses public transport and bike sharing apps. He does not stress about parking, and this is cheaper as well. The third speaker said to help protect the environment, she is now more mindful of her clothes and shopping. She uses thrift stores and donates her old clothes so that she can cut down on the environmental cost of fast fashion. They also mentioned that a lot can be done to reduce the food waste. The first speaker said she now plans her meal in advance and cooks and shops accordingly. Also, she freezes all the leftovers to save time and food waste. The second speaker mentioned they have added a compost bin in the university dorm, and a lot of food waste goes into it so that they can reuse it in one or the other way. The last speaker mentioned she has also started shopping less and has started using reusable containers to reduce the plastic waste. Finally, all of them agreed that there should be more initiative taken by the university, such as adding visible recycling stations to promote the sustainability at campus. It can be considered that students want to take the initiative, but a lot of initiative is required by the university, such as info booths and reducing the paper waste. That's it. Oof. Respond to situation. I'll not use the template. I'll just do
You
it.
missed an important tutorial due to a family emergency and now feel lost about the upcoming assignment. You contact your tutor for help. What do you say to explain your absence and ask how you can catch up?
Hi tutor, I need to share something with you. I have missed an important tutorial. Hi tutor, hope you're doing fine. I wanted to discuss something important with you. Due to a recent family emergency, I missed an important tutorial last week. And now, when I was trying to prepare for the upcoming assignment, which is graded in the final exam, I'm completely lost and have no direction. I really need your help. I was not able to make it to the tutorial because of some family emergency, which I cannot explain over here. Can you please give me some help or some private session so that I can prepare for my assignment and get good grades? Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. That's it. You have overlapping classes this semester and might miss a few lectures. You want to ask?
Overlapping classes this semester and might miss a few lectures. You want to ask your professor if lectures can be recorded or if notes are available. What do you say to explain the conflict and request access to lecture materials?
Business and accounts. Let's say business and accounts. Hi, lecturer. Hi lecturer, I hope you're doing fine. I am one of your students who is undertaking Bachelor's of Business and Commerce. The units which I am enrolled with you is business management. Unfortunately, due to some time issues and mismanagement on my timetable, I have few of the lectures overlapping with business and accounts. Now I really need your help. I just want to ask if the lectures are recorded or if any notes are available so that I can catch up with everything which is covered when I'm not able to attend the session. This will be of great help if you can provide me some access to the online lecture materials. Thank you. That's it. Let's submit it. Oof, 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 we're done. Okay. Read aloud was okay. Read aloud was fine apart from the last one. Okay. Read aloud was okay apart from the last one. Repeat sentences 3 4 I messed up. Describe image, I was bit lost, bit confused, so I think there were a few hesitations and pauses. Retell lecture, first one slight hesitation, second one was okay. Summarize group discussion, respond to situation, almost okay I guess. And then what was it? Answer short question, a new few, the ones which I was not really sure, I just repeated the keywords, right? Let's have a look at the scorecard. Hold on. So I've got 82 in speaking, 47 in listening. Not a bad score, honestly. Not a bad score. I've lost around 2-3 points here, a few points here. If you're practicing on Language Academy, if you get around 85, you're good. Now let's see where I have actually lost my points or lost my scores. Okay. So we'll do each and everything. So this is, you can go question by question and see how much you have got in describe image or whatever you're doing. You can check your speed, you can check your content. I've lost points in content in retail lecture, one of the retail lectures. This was summarize group discussion. I've done pretty well here, not bad. I can have a look at the remarks. All right, and then we have got the scorecard, then we have got the accuracy and score. I need 85% in all. I messed up answer short questions, which is okay, it's not that important, but obviously you have to give your best. This could have been slightly better. I aim for at least 90%. This one I messed up, which I'm sure the first one could have been better. So try to aim for 85% in all here. And then this is question by question breakdown, that what you have to do and what you could have done better. So here, if we look at the content, I've got 79. If I look at the remarks, your response is good. However, you can refine by giving a comparison into separate paragraph. You can use overall or in summary to provide a conclusion. So you can have a look at the feedback as well. Let's have a look here. Content here is good. You've done all right. If we look at the retail lecture feedback, so here I've lost points in the content part in retail lecture, right? So I've got a feedback. However, you didn't mention the discovery, which is an important part. So what we have to do, we have to make sure we include. So whenever you take the mock test, you'll also get to know why you have lost points in any particular area or section. And that's really important for us as well to improve, to see how we are doing and what are the things we need to work on. We lost few points in content here as well, but lacks details. Try to add some details to get more points in the content part in the first responder situation. We could have done slightly better here. Not bad. Speed is slightly slow here. You get these analyses as well. This is the exact same way which I use or which I do or whatever I do when I go for the test. First of all, be very calm, relaxed, and give your 100%, right? Read aloud. There will be few words you're not 100% sure about. Be confident. Repeat sentence, whatever you get, repeat it clearly and confidently. Describe image, be confident, speak relevant content. I was bit off, bit lost in describe image. I could have done better. Retail lecture, first one I was confused about, second one I did good. Answer short question, I could have done way better, obviously. Summarize group discussion, I did good. Respond to situation, I did good. This is what you have to do. You have to be calm, natural, and you have to get this thing clear in your head that you will make mistakes. It's not that you go for the test, everything will be perfect. Even if you make mistakes, you can achieve your desired scores. You don't have to be perfect, you have to be confident. And let's say if you mess up one of the describe images, do not think about it, think of what is left, give your best with the things which are coming up so that you can get your desired scores. Remember, you don't have to be perfect, you have to just give your 100%. Even go on if you make mistakes. This is what I do, this is what I follow, these are the template structure, the way, the method which I do if I have to take the PT test again and the previous PT test which I have done before as well. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, do like, share and subscribe. If you want to practice, you can go on languageacademy.com.au or download the LAPT exam practice app and start practicing. If you want me to cover any other question type, let me know in the comment section and I'll try to make a video on that as well. If you need any help with online or on campus classes or anything about PT Academic, PT Core or anything, do reach out to us, send us a message, give us a call. Our team will be with you and we will give 100% to help you out, like we have helped more than 50,000 students till date. Now that's it from this video. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you practice on languageacademy.com.au and give your 100%. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and stay safe.